What's up, Ron? Good afternoon.
Hey, Johnny. All right, we're here talking about investments today. We're over here at the horse ranch. Enjoy's Arabian. My little daughter's here. Johnny was nice enough to take time out between his showings and listings and everything else with his buyers and sellers to come meet me. So I'm proud to have him here today. So thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And then my little daughter is riding in the barn. But we're here talking about investments. And one thing's neat about investments is we've traveled a lot. Johnny a lot more than myself. He has, 4 or 5 times the miles. I can't even tell you how many miles he has and points and all this stuff. But with traveling, you learn to invest. You know different places where to come, Washington State, and mostly that's what we're focused on today is Washington State investments. Waterfront, land, Airbnbs, condos, you name it. With that, Johnny's seen a lot. You know how to invest because you've traveled everywhere. You've seen, and I shouldn't say everywhere, but you've traveled a lot.
Pretty bit, yeah. Quite a bit, yeah.
Someone's looking to invest and come over and come to Washington State and they're looking to travel around, you can show them around.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yeah, it's it's really comfortability, right? I mean, finding the right people to connect with, having a resource to be able to, talk about, locations close to the things that you want to enjoy. And there's so much out here in Western Washington and really the state of Washington and up and down the Pacific Northwest.
That's right. And the key is, what do you enjoy, right?
That's it.
Water skiing, wakeboarding, you want to go fishing, crabbing, you want to just be city life.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, all right, so if someone wanted to come out here and says, all right, show me a city life, what do you say? I'm throwing this at you. I'm not even.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, you say where we live here in Olympia is do we want Olympia sort of party life or town life, or are we talking maybe a little bigger at Tacoma, all the way up to Seattle, Bellevue?
Yeah.
There's a lot of options, and really it's connecting with people. I like to ask questions and listen because oftentimes people are just willing to tell you what they want as long as you ask questions and are a good listener.
That's right, absolutely. So. And the funny thing is I was just in New York and they say city life. I always think you mean Seattle, Bellevue, right?
Or New York City.
Well, New York City is huge. And our closest comparable to that is Seattle, Bellevue.
Absolutely.
We have for Christmas, I was just talking about Johnny, I love Halloween, but I'm already starting to watch Christmas Story movie and everything else. And Bellevue has the Christmas, what's it called?
Snowflake Lane.
There you go. See, I knew Johnny would know. Knew it. And so what's the Snowflake Lane?
Every year, every evening between, I think, end of November, right after Thanksgiving, all the way up until New Year's, the downtown strip of Bellevue closes down for about an hour to 2 hours, and they pump kind of bubbly snowflakes from the rooftop. And sometimes there's actually been real snow. We usually get pretty good weather. There could be some drizzle, but they do a parade. It's fantastic. I mean, they blast Christmas music. All the kids are out there, and adults too. And we still enjoy it. We've been going for about, I think, 10 years. We go up and stay at the West End or the W.
Nice.
And it's fantastic. We just make a whole day out of it.
So what do you do when you're up there?
We usually let the kids go shop now because they're teenagers. So we give them a little bit of money. They're walking around Bellevue Square and they're shopping. And then what's nice is that the kids are so independent now, and they want to. They'll go find a place for dinner, or maybe they'll walk around in Bellevue Square and they'll get pizza or something together. They'll eat together.
Yeah.
And then the adults we can go to a restaurant, we can sit down, we can talk, a place where we can hear. And now, because life changes.
You mentioned here.
Sorry. Yeah. Because when the kids were little, we'd try to find a restaurant we could, all be together.
Like the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, right there, like McCormick and Schmick's when it's still open.
Okay.
And, eat together, but then we'd have to jam out to the parade. Yeah. Now the kids go eat, we go eat, and it's awesome. It's a great time.
So where's your place now?
Well, we've kind of ventured out because Bellevue has a million places to eat. We're actually just in the throes of figuring out where we're going to go this year, so I don't know yet. I mean, but it kind of falls on my shoulders. I book the rooms. I kind of get a dinner reservation. Sometimes we did a wine tasting first at Brown, Brown tasting room in Old
Brown
Town.
Winery. Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So I mean, just the life changes, right? And so you just kind of adapt to the new normal.
Actually, see, that would be a cool video. So we'll have to go back to Johnny's video now, or not go back, wait for his video of giving us a tour.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
See Bellevue, of where you decide to go for wine tasting, food, all that stuff. Okay, very cool. See, I knew he would, this is why I'm so excited to have Johnny as a real estate broker with me, because he knows investments. You can just literally, 1 second, you know everything about it, the research, the travel, the understanding of map planning. That's when you get someone that travels a lot. We understand demographics and the schedule and everything else, and then they leave it to you. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Here for it.
All right. So, and then you do a lot of sporting events.
We do. A lot.
Sounders, I'm going to lead him into this because I know he's a big Sounders fan.
Yeah, we try to get to as many games. We try to pick the right matches when we're personally not traveling for our kids' sports events or if there's anything else that we're doing. But the Sounders up in Seattle are great. We actually went down and saw them play in Portland.
How was it?
It was good. It was a tough match. Sounders lost 1-0. It was a hot summer night. But I mean, it's just the atmosphere is so great between whenever the Sounders go up to like Vancouver, BC, or down to Portland, or just at home at Lumen Field.
Yep, and I think that's the key is being here in Olympia or even Seattle, Washington. You can go Vancouver,
close to everywhere.
Yeah, Vancouver, Canada. You can go down to Portland, Oregon. Like you literally are going down the corridor, and I convert it. It's a lot further than New York to Boston or this or that, but we have the whole Pacific Northwest, the PNW. And when you have someone that can guide you through it as a real estate broker of where to invest, what do you want, your needs, condo, everything like that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely, Ron.
Yeah, okay. So any advice if someone's moving here, where would you invest? I mean, I know this is throwing you a spot. Like,
yeah, I think, if I personally would want to go invest in out at Seabrook.
Would you?
Oh man,
Okay.
I mean, if you get a chance, as you watch this and you start to explore Seabrook, that area is booming with houses. They're adding restaurants and retail, and it's always busy. It's not too busy, but there's just always people around. There's farmers markets happening. There's just everything going on.
Well, they're on the ocean. Too.
Right on the water. Like you are right on the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
You are up the stairs and right in this little city. If and then they're expanding. I used to say if you blink, you miss it. It's kind of like almost like the Nantucket, the Hamptons of the Pacific Northwest. But I think I'd probably invest in Seabrook.
You know they bought the hotel down the street, right?
Is that right? No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, there's an old hotel they bought. I have a buyer that was an investor that bought a home to build down there and right down, and so I know they bought the hotel. They're starting to run sewer down there. So it's huge. I would invest. It's funny. I almost invested. I'm going to throw this out, a little caveat. Driving down, they used to have big billboards, or they still have the billboards in Tacoma when you drive by. Yep. They had Seabrook homes, 280,000. This was like 15 years ago.
That would have been the time. Oh my goodness.
And I'm like maybe it was 10 years ago, 2014, probably 2013. It was like Seabrook, $280,000 out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it was nothing out there back in the day. It was literally some homes, a little pizza
coffee shop, pizza place.
Yeah, pizza place, and you walk down the stairs of the beach, and it was just gorgeous. You have the Pacific Ocean. The next place is either Hawaii or Japan. You can't see out that far, and it's just white sand beaches. Ours are gray sand beaches, I guess.
Yeah, more gray,
but it's the little fine.
Yep.
So it's just soft everywhere. And I'm still disappointed, but we had no money at the time. I mean, 14 years ago, we were just building our empire and starting. But Seabrook's huge.
That's nice.
But see, I didn't prep Johnny. He had no clue. So I was curious what he was going to say for investment.
And I think that there's still affordability out there. I mean, there's some really massive houses, but there's also your 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The houses that a lot of people would want to invest in, and when you go to stay there as a rental property.
Well, they're always rented.
Yeah, they're always rented. I mean, I think that there's very few and far between weeks that those houses are not rented, to be honest.
No, you can. It's hard. You have to prep and rent ahead. So if you're looking for investment and you're like, hey, I'm worried about it not being rented, Seabrook is year round.
Nearly, yeah. I'd say it's almost a sure bet. I mean, if we're talking bets on on investment property, I mean, it is a nice place to be.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I would go in the winter because the stormy season. You see the waves crashing. In the summer,
surf.
It's hot.
You can surf.
Love the surf, and then you have the fire, and you have all the restaurants and drinking, and the kids, and they have an indoor pool too, right?
They do, and they also just built an outdoor pool.
Indoor, outdoor pool. I mean,
it's amazing.
Come on, forget about it.
Yeah, literally, they've got a gym you can work out. They've got just a million amenities, and it's growing. A new grocery store, and actually the prices are affordable. I thought for sure when I went to visit the last time, the grocery store would be, you wind up in a place where you're a little bit farther away from a city.
Well, no, you're out there. Literally, you have this little city in the middle of I shouldn't say country, it's literally the peninsula of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Trees all around you, mountains, and then you have an ocean, and then this city.
Yeah, and the prices at the grocery store are reasonable. It's pretty cool.
Think Forks, not as high as Forks, but think Twilight. Twilight, the movie.
Twilight, yes.
This is what it is, but Twilight, but it's an all new town.
It's all new town. Yeah, I think it's been around for 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, 10 to 12 years ago, having bought it at 280, that would have been amazing.
Don't get me started. That's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Maybe I should invest again. We'll see. But that's the thing, is you're getting a new town with the city and the grocery store that I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Twilight style, go down the beach, and then you can actually explore from there. So if you get bored, we went and stayed at, is it the Quinault Hotel, a little lake up there?
Yep.
Quinault, it's the Olympic
About
Forest.
an hour away or so. Not too bad. Yeah.
An Olympic Forest National Hotel. It's like the lodge from Mount Rainier.
Yep.
And we stayed there and we loved it. So
Yeah,
if
it's
you
really
get
pretty.
bored, you can literally go different directions.
Ping pong. You can go down to Ocean Shores. You can go up to Port Angeles if you want to on a day trip. You could even take the ferry across to Victoria.
Correct.
Vancouver Island.
That's why I love Johnny. If you need a tour guide in Washington State, call Johnny. Not only just to sell you a good investment, but just real estate, general. Call him and he's just boom, 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 boom. But that's the whole point of this. It's quality over quantity. It's not just giving you something to sell you something. It's straightforward and honest, quality real estate. And that's why we have Johnny here. That's why I'm so glad he came out here today.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you guys later.